Good morning and welcome back to Nat Scraps. I hope you're all having a wonderful crafty day and that you guys are spending some time getting your craft on. Today I am working on day 7 of Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me saying it. So head to the description. If you don't know what it's all about, then hit me up in the comments and I'll let you know what all this is all about. The sketch will pop up in a second in the top right hand corner, and this one is so fun. I've got the close to my heart Hey Handsome collection out here in front of me, and I've got my keyboard and my mouse there, and I'm busily tapping away making some shapes to do my layout. In the sketch we have the circle, which I'm going to change into a hexagon, but it's no hexagon because it's only 6-sided. So we were calling this one a sexagon, and it has to have that circle popped up. So I'm thinking of doing the sexagon and popping that up on my page. I've also taken my 4x6 photo and I've actually flipped it to a portrait photo rather than the landscape that was up there. Now, this is still the long weekend here, and I've got girls in the cottage. They don't know I'm about to do this. They're here listening to this voiceover. Say hi, girls. Hi. And we have been crafting away. So there's times where I've cut bits and pieces out of this footage where I've been holding up pages, showing them what I'm working on and things like that. And I do tend to get a bit distracted, and so I've cut bits and pieces out left, right and center and tried to make it as succinct as possible. Here is my sexagon or hexagon. Please, somebody will tell me what exactly it is, but but isn't that 8-sided? Octagon. Oh, who knows, girls. So it's a shape that I've created. See, and you guys let me work with your teenage kids in schools. This is a shape that we have cut out on the Cricut, and you can see there, these are just strips of foam tape that I am putting everywhere at the back of this shape. Now I'm going to go and kind of mark out on I'm using the opposite side of this orange, but so I can draw on it, I've got it upside down for now. And I'm just trying to work out roughly where I can cut it. And you'll see I've got a mistake because I actually have that shape the wrong way around. So I mark that beautifully out and I cut, and then I go, oopsie daisy, what have I done? Now I could have turned it, but I had been planning to use a sticker in the top left hand corner, and that sticker goes in the same shape as this, and that's what determines sort of the shape that I had chosen for my cutout. I did just stick that back together, guys. You'll only see a little bit. You'd have to look really hard to find it on the page now. And even then I just had a quick look down at my page and it is really hard to see. So we were able to fix that up. On these corners, I'm just cutting off the bits that is not going to be seen. Good English this morning, Nat. And then I'm going to layer that up. Now this little piece of black that you see there, that was a frame that was cut out from another page. So I'm just going to use that one up as well, using bits and pieces of things that I've used in other layouts during the week. There was a little bit of foam tape still there, so I am just cutting that away, and the bits that I can't cut away, I've just put a bit of puff static pillow over the top. So this is the basis of my layout, and now I am thinking I need to cut a few more of those hexagon shapes, and I'm going back in to the Cricut machine there, and I'm just making loads and loads of ones for the different colors. Now I did kind of plan this out on the Cricut, so I sort of had the sticker that I'm putting up in the top left hand corner and the different shapes and what colors and which ones I needed of each. It doesn't always work out once I start putting it together on the page, but I kind of pre-planned it on the Cricut machine with you know, I even made a photo up as well as all the shapes that I wanted. There's that sticker that you can see there, the man, the myth, the legend. Now, as we go along, you'll see what ends up in that top right hand corner. Things are always sort of like fluid when you're creating a layout. And I don't know about you guys, very rarely the way I think it's going to work in my head is the way that it ends up working. And never be afraid to change tact halfway through, or just change it up. If it's not working, change it. It don't stick to something, and be flexible when you're crafting, because things, it does change. When you cut something out, like, it might look good in theory, but when you cut a pattern out of something, it may just not work. I'm making this photo here with 2 layers on the photo mats. So I've gone in with a darker red. So this is the scarlet, I think. So in the paper, it is the paprika that's in the background and in that printed paper that I've got there. But I've gone in with the scarlet because the red in his shirt is actually more red, and I wanted to be able to blend those together a little bit more with the page. So hopefully that worked. I'd love to know what you think, whether you think I should have gone in with the paprika there or the red. I'm starting to pop these on and then realize that I want a little bit of black blending around these. And when I do that, you'll notice I forget to do the bottom ones down in the right hand corner, but you can see that I realize I want, where I've got that extra layer, that popping up with the hexagon, I wanted a bit of blending there too. So I'm just using a post-it note and going in and protecting the layer below and then flicking out to get that around the edges there. And then I'll go back and stick all those back on for about the 3rd time. So we eventually get there, guys. So I've got that. I've put my photo on finally. Here's where I forget to then go and blend on these ones, but I think it all works out fine in the end. I could go back and lift them off and blend, but as I said to one of the girls in the cottage this morning, there is no going back this week. there's only going forward, because I have way too many layouts to get done. So she's smiling on the other side of the room, laughing at me, because I'm not going back. I'm not doing redos at this stage. So forward is the only way. I've got those on, and now I'm looking to how I'm going to embellish those 2 little clusters. So I've got the man, the myth, the legend. Now I have not actually mentioned, this is my little boy. Yes, my beautiful little 14-year-old boy when he was a bubba, and that is my father-in-law in there, and he is a bit of a legend. He's an absolutely awesome man. And I just love the photo and how he's looking at my son so adoringly in this cute little photo. He is a bit of a legend, and I thought that title would work really, really well there. But as I build the page, I'm starting to look at that top corner, and I feel like it's really distracting from the photo. So I keep moving things around, trying to make that less so. But I've bought in these couple of little tags. You've seen me make a little extra banner there from some leftover stickers, and using this little tag and the So Handsome, which I think works really well. But once I have this So Handsome on, things are really competing. And I'm going to come back in and fix that at the end. And I'd love to hear from you guys whether you think that I improved it, or whether I should have left that other cluster on, or let me know in the comments what you think I should have done here and whether I made the right decisions. So at this stage, I think I'm nearly done. I'm going to bring in the So Handsome collection, has these absolutely awesome acrylic shapes, and I'm going to bring those in and I'm going to use them and spread them around the page a little bit, choosing my favorite ones. And at this point, I'm thinking that's the layout pretty much done. I do hold it up for the girls in the cottage, and then I'm like, oh, it's coming, guys. I make one big change. Oh, hang on. Hit the pause button. I might do something else. I'm going to actually stick some things on first before I hold it up. Hey. Here we go. And then I take all that corner off, guys. And I asked the girls, what do you think? Do you think I should have that off? And they all kind of agreed, yeah, let's take that off. So I've removed that sticker. I'll put that back onto the sticker sheet, and those hexagons will just go into the packet with all the scraps. I do use a couple of them here around that cluster, but I really felt that the cluster up in the top left hand corner was just taken away from the photo, and we always want our photo to be the star. We want that's what we do our scrapbooking for. It's to show off our photos, and we do want them to be the star. So I was feeling much better. That is nearly done, guys. The last couple of things I do is I throw around a few enamel dots and sprinkle them on, and it is page complete, and day 7 is done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please think about hitting the like, the subscribe, and leaving a comment below. All those things help the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.